Thanks for joining us as we celebrate Black History Month from 2 Mississippi museums in downtown Jackson. The museums opened in December.
We're overlooking the Museum of Mississippi History right now. It is filled with history from our state dating back to 13,000 BC. In
just a moment, we'll visit the Mississippi Civil Rights Museum.
It's the only civil rights museum in the country to be fully funded by a state. More than 80,000 visitors, including school kids and adults from around the country, have been to visit. You can learn a lot from the information that lines the walls.
But as much as you can see here, there is much more that we discovered on our search to uncover the South's hidden history. And sometimes what's hidden is in plain sight.
Take, for example, the room on Woodrow Wilson. It's filled with artifacts collected by Mr. Johnny Morrow. WJTV's Andrew Nomura talked to him about his special collection and shares the story of the washerwomen with us tonight.
Here at the room,
what I have is a building that no one wanted.
Someone's trash turns into Johnny Bootsy Morrow's treasure.
They called me the garage guru of Mississippi.
What started out as just a place to hold his car collection turned into a 12-year obsession of collecting almost everything.
I went out looking for anything I could put in there, just fill up a space. And I started filling up, and I just turned around one day and realized it was full.
The amount of stuff he has seems endless, from historic to tribal to blues to downright weird.
Ever since it's been here in this garage, I've been having bad luck. I got my foot cut off. I got my Social Security check cut. So if you're interested in buying it, I'll be more than glad to sell it to you. This is the first McDonald's in Jackson, Mississippi.
But Morrow says the most interesting thing are the stories about the building.
But as I fixed the building up, and they would come by with different stories and say, I worked here for 20 years, I worked here for 45 years. And they relayed some of the stories for me, and I got fascinated with it. I said, wait, this is unreal.
Back in the 50s and 60s, this was home to Independent Linen, a washing company where many African Americans worked, the only job some could find. The most notable, Miss Beulah Robertson, her daughter, Queen McGee.
She was known as the queen of the plant of Independent Linen. She pressed over 500 uniforms and pairs of pants a day. Someone told me that as she worked, she sang and she pressed, and she sang and she pressed.
I remember pulling the towels out of the washing machine. They had these big washing machines, very hot. Like, oh man, like 140 degrees, I don't know, just hot.
Floyd Smith held down the night shift while going to school at Lanier High.
Well, when I ride by, either come in, the first thing I think is, golly, man, that's Independent Linen. Independent put some bread on the table for me. You know, back then, sure did.
Since those times, a lot has changed. Things have faded, but this room hasn't lost its color.
The people who are looking for history is out there every day. They just have to get up around 5 o'clock in the morning and go look for it, you know?
Andrew Nomura, WJTV 12.